welcome to StephanieBeeby.com, and today I want to share with you a little bit about my own story and what has inspired me to post this blog, to start the companies I've been a part of, and to just simply really be the example that I believe I'm called to be. And what that means is it started at a very young age where I've always had this opportunity to be able to see the best in other people. And that has inspired me to help people become the best they can be in a way that serves their highest good. And something that you have to know about me is I don't ask anything of you that I haven't already done or currently practice. And so I'm a big believer in being the example, being the change that we ask of others. Now, this doesn't mean I'm perfect. It doesn't mean put me on some pedestal. What it means is that I'm just like you. I've gone through those dark moments of questioning why I'm here and what does this all mean. And what I mean by that is, you know, when I was 18, I had a huge shift in my life. My oldest brother passed away. And in that, I questioned what life was really about. Why am I here and what am I here to serve? I actually asked myself this question. If I was to pass at 26 years old, which was his age, what do I want my life to stand for? And when I asked that question, I knew I had big dreams and big things, and that I was called to something so much bigger than what I was currently playing at. And so I went through college, and I put myself through college. I actually worked in real estate and sold homes and learned a lot about people, watching them purchase one of the biggest financial decisions and investments they'll ever make in their entire life. From that experience, I learned about how people work together, how people communicate, how I have this, it wasn't about selling, but it was like my passion for helping people get their dream, in this case, their home. And then through that, I found this love of organizational psychology. And what that means is who people are when they're at work, how they work with other people, how they communicate with themselves, and the fact that everything works together. And everyone has a job at some level. So I was like, ooh, I love this. I get to help people who are more inspired or more motivated to look at themselves in this way. And I definitely had a knack for coaching one-on-one and helping people develop. I also had this huge passion for working with teams and getting them to see where the other team was coming from. Oftentimes what happens in big organizations is that you have maybe different motivations across the organization. So something I really loved is bringing them together and creating a shared vision, a shared purpose, and even more funneling of this energy of like, how can we co-create the most amazing working experience possible? So through my master's degree and through all of that, I came to a point in my mid-20s where it was like, okay, I'm doing all this, I'm thriving, I'm financially successful, but there's still something that was driving me to ask for more. And in that, I found that I had this intuitive side to me that I had kind of like smashed down, said, don't trust this, trust my mental, analytical side, my ability to see systems, my ability to take action very quickly. But I didn't trust this innate side of me that just knew. And when I met people, I got a sense of them. I kind of knew who I was supposed to work with, who I wasn't. And I've always lived my life that way, but not as a trusted resource. So in this transition, I realized I needed to trust this part of me. I needed to slow down and start connecting with who I really am. Meditating, taking more time for myself and being in relationship with myself. And during this time, I realized I still wanted to finish my PhD in the same field of organizational psychology. So I went back to school. And I started finishing it, and it was going really well, and then something happened. A big wake-up call. My father passed away. Now, for many of you who know me now and where I stand today, they know that I believe I'm just as connected to my father now as I was then. But at the time, it was a huge, huge questioning period of my life. It caused me to look at why I did everything, what I was really here to do. And to tell you the truth, the last time I saw my father and I hugged him, I had this total vision that this was the last time I was going to see him, but I didn't trust that. Because there was these things that said, no, think positive, focus on what you want, right? Law of attraction and all of those things. And instead, in that moment, I realized looking back, and I've gotten complete with this, I've had to forgive myself and go through a lot of these processes that we have to release to remember who we are. But in that moment, I remember that we are connected at the highest level, that we do know more than we sometimes let ourselves believe. And from that point, I started to say that there's something here, that I need to start embracing more of my intuitive side. And I've been on this purpose, this path to help people to really know who they are, that they are incredibly wise, and that as you can step back and connect with who you are and listen to yourself in a whole new way, then you know what is best for you in every moment. And you know how to create the life that you're called to create and to have the relationships that you're called to have, but first with yourself. And I went through this period of really questioning to get to that point where you feel like you're all alone. I looked those things that we tell ourselves, what I call in mass consciousness, what we have like just in the stuff, were these beliefs that I'm all alone, that's so not true. Because everything I've ever been a part of in my life has been through and with other people. I start to look at the belief that, I'm not worthy. And that's so not true either, because I'm more worthy than I could ever know, because I am a child of Source, God, the universe, oneness, whatever you feel called to say. I call it Source. It's the source of all things. And I know who I really am, that lives inside of me, that drives me, that I chose to be here at this time and to be sharing this with you. And through this experience and through years, it's been 4 years, and I've been developing different companies and different modalities and being the example that I feel called to show. And really what I'm here to share with you is that I operate from a place of being, from a place of really loving who we are. And I feel that's part of what I'm here to teach, what I'm here to share with the team that I work with, and what I'm here to create in new ways of operating business. That it's not about the doing, that it's about the being and the groundedness and really knowing and connecting with this higher purpose, which means and includes you living the life that you are truly called to live for a deeper, deeper purpose. So I hope that gives you a little taste about who I am and what I'm about. And you feel free to read more on the page. And if you're looking to work with me, I'm going to invite you to actually go to thepowerofping.com. We have 2 different programs there, one that we will be launching that's exclusively with me for specific people that are looking to take their business to the next level, where I help and create the space for them to negotiate deals that are in alignment with that. And that's an exclusive program that's going to be launching here in spring of 2011. And then we also have what we call a vibrational accountability program. And what this is we're helping you to raise your vibration so that you can really create a life that comes to you instead of you always searching and seeking and needing that space where you feel like you have to force something. That's not how we do it anymore. There's a new way of creating the life that you're called to live, and that's what we're all about. So I invite you to go there and learn more at thepowerofping.com. I invite you to search through the blog and read, the inspired quotes that I've posted, also what some people have also shared with me just about their experience in working with me. And I hope and pray that you too, just by listening to this, know that you are incredibly worth so much more, and that everything is perfect and as it should be, just like I believe that you landed on this page for a specific purpose. So if you feel inspired or you enjoyed this video, please share it with me, and I send you tons of love and blessings. Thank you for being who you are.